Alrighty. So first off, we had a whiteboard where we just had all our sticky note ideas. We placed them up on a board, and we just talked through possible options. And then one was just kept gravitating to the top. It was just this fun idea. Let's do a hopscotch and just get people testing on this hopscotch idea. So then as we started talking through it and finding out the logistics of what we were going to need, then we started making assignments of who was going to do what, who was going to bring certain elements, tape, hacky sack, whatever we were going to need to make this hopscotch happen. Those assignments were made, and then we started talking through the rules of hopscotch, which actually we found out was really quite complicated. A lot more complicated than we originally remember from playing on the playground a long time ago. Anyways, as we got all that nailed down, then we were ready to hit the field and go test our prototype.
Okay, so we got our materials together, some masking tape, and can't remember what else we had. Oh, a whiteboard with the rules on it. And we found a location over in a different office, and we kind of got there and found a good space for it. And then we started, we took out the masking tape and we built the hopscotch, and our typography was impeccable. And then we found a place for the board, the rules to be so that everybody could see it, both the players and the people who were coming. And then we kind of, a couple of us started playing, so it looked like there were people playing, so it made people want to play more. And so people kind of gravitated, and we were making all kinds of noise and stuff. So as they came off the elevators and were passing by, they were like, what's going on over there? And so they'd come over and ask, and we'd tell them how to do it. Some people would read the rules, some people would just start playing. And they were just, you know, hopscotching for health and having a good old time. We were looking to see how many people were smiling, kind of taking notes on what things they were doing right and what thing they were doing that was kind of like unexpected, that we wouldn't have expected them to do. And then after they were done, some of them, we asked them their experience, what could have been better, how they liked it, do they feel healthier, stuff like that. And I think that's about it.
Okay, so while we were doing the actual testing, I would ask everybody who participated in the test what they liked, what they didn't like, and we were able to fill out like a bunch of stuff, as you can see there. And on that, we started coming up with immediate things that we could change and we could do. So some of those changes were, number one, we moved where the instructions were, because we had it kind of behind the board or behind the hopscotch, and people couldn't really read it unless they got in line or had to kind of read across the people that were playing. So location of that changed. Some of the rules we changed as well. Instead of kind of everybody takes an individual turn after each one, we let them do round robin scoring so they could keep going until they messed up on the hopscotch board. So the rules changed somewhat as well. Another on-the-fly change is starting to talk to people while they're participating rather than wait until the end, because we found that we got in-context feedback when they were doing something rather than later on. And then, let me see, what were some other ones? Oh, we added kind of our department name to the rules and to the description of what we were doing, because we're all from the same department. So adding the department name added a little bit more legitimacy, because one of the things we found were people were a little hesitant to just play hopscotch in the office. But when we said, hey, this is the service department hopscotch, it seemed a little bit more comfortable for them to participate in. So those are some of the changes that we made.
So some of the main takeaways we had were just learning how people interacted with the solution that we had proposed. So things we found is there was a lot of energy around this new and random idea that we proposed into the office. It kind of created a weird dynamic where people were concerned, you know, having such a playful, active activity within a workspace, so it was a little hard to get some people up and involved. But once we added a little more legitimacy to it. We were able to get more people involved, so that was kind of a struggle there. Another one was just social concerns, people rushing between meetings, things like that, or wondering if it was a good use of their time, or if it was smiled upon, whatever. Another struggle that we had as a takeaway was just in the way that we could structure our feedback loop, so we could get more accurate feedback from people easier. There's a lot of areas where we thought we could add feedback from those not participating at all, or those who just randomly decided to participate to see what motivators or demotivators would be in that case. And kind of the biggest takeaway we saw is even those who were fit and active who participated, they were able to still get a workout on their own. And but overall, the real reward for our team was seeing kind of the mental aspect that it brought to people in the office, giving them a mental break and kind of just a nice break from their regular workflow. And that's kind of what made it worth it there, the smiles, people feeling relieved, having a little break from their day, getting out of the norm. So those are some of the main takeaways.